Welcome back, everyone, to episode 2 of the Animal Whisperer Challenge. Today, we've got to get this field and our other field planted. We also went overnight, so we kind of got an idea of what our chickens are going to consume and feed, so we kind of need to take a look at that. Um, Looks like it was 1,500 exactly, but I do think we filled that up a little late in the day. Yeah. So I'm thinking 1,500 to 2,000 liters a day a full one of these is going to go through. Egg wise, it looks like we got one full pallet and a partial. This one's about the same, a few less eggs, but I think we did this one after we did this one. So we also need to fertilize this field yet, so we'll have to wait and do that. I think right now we gotta lease the planter seeder. I think this is the one we gotta go with. It's since we haven't cultivated, we need a no-till. This is the cheapest one that'll do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and lease this. Gonna be $2,300. We're running out of money pretty fast here, so okay. I think I'll run up to the shop and grab the seeder and I'll meet you back here. Okay, we're back and I put this on barley, but I probably better double check that it's been a few days since I played this series, but I was thinking barley is what we wanted to plant. If I remember right, chickens can only eat barley, oats, or wheat. Oats we can't plant till March or April. We could plant wheat right now, but wheat wouldn't be ready to harvest till July. Where barley we can get it a month earlier, which I think is what we want to do because, like we seen, the seed's gonna run out on us. The feed is, so we're gonna need the sooner we can get it, the better, because we're running out of money fast. So yeah, I think we're good there. Start putting this in. We had the seed. We bought it last time. It was sitting up there, so this is just one pallet's worth. Usually you don't need much seed, so I'm hoping this is plenty to get both these field planted and see what else. I had hoped to buy a pallet trailer so that we could haul eggs with it, but looking at our funds, it's getting pretty low. The trailer I normally like is about $18,000. Obviously, no chance of that. There is a $6,000 trailer that would work. I think it would haul maybe 8 of those egg pallets. But like I say, it's $6,000. We still need to put fertilizer on this, and we are losing a little over $1,000 a month between the production cost of our chickens and the loan we have. We have I guess to kind of go over some of the rules, we do have a $250,000 loan that we're paying interest on. We can only make money from animals themselves, so just either selling the animal or the products they make. Like in the chicken's case, the eggs, we can sell the eggs and make a profit on it. We can't make profit on anything else. No more loans, no contracts. We can lease equipment, but like say we just plant this and we have excess excess product left over after harvest, we can't sell that. All that has to go to feed the animals. And the goal is to progress through each level, starting with chickens, and get 2 full barns of each going. So I don't know. This seems like kind of a hard challenge the way it's starting out. I know we we're really low on the money, and I think this challenge, which is going to be interesting, is going to kind of be the opposite of the Survive 25 challenge. And once we get going here, there's not much to do in the day. You know, you'll have your little bit of chores in the morning to do, as far as making sure the chickens are fed and maybe moving some pallets off of the loading area so that new ones can spawn. But through the winter months, we can't do contracts, so there's really not much to do. There'll be a lot of probably jump cuts, fast forwards once we get these fields planted and start moving forward, until we start getting more animals, different animals branch out into, different crops. Like eventually we'll probably be putting up hay and silage for sheep and cattle. So then we'll have projects where we got to start cutting that, starting in March. But for now, this is kind of our life, and so I'll go ahead and fast forward and just do kind of a time lapse of us planting this field and the next field, and then we'll be back. See you then. Okay, we got both those fields planted. I've hooked up to the fertilizer. Actually, we still have herbicide in here. We need to probably drop this off somewhere. But we're probably gonna put down one application of fertilizer today. On both of these fields, they'll need 2 applications, but I don't think you can do it the same day, so we'll do one today, one again next month. As far as seed, it was almost exactly a half a pallet to plant both of those, so I don't know if I can get away with not buying more seed for the next one. I think we're gonna try it, but let's see. Oh, yeah, 3,000. Well, it definitely looks like we're not going to be buying the pallet trailer, because, like I said, we've got to have a little over 1,000 each month just to pay our bills. I did also look over here at the prices for eggs. Get down there again. And it looks like the best time for us to sell is in November, so we're probably just gonna stack up the pallets for now. It's 2 months away. Now I don't think we can go a full year to get back to November again, so there's a good chance we're gonna have to sell here in June. June's gonna be harvest for us anyway, so we're gonna need some money to lease equipment. So given that, I'm probably selling in November, and I'll probably sell whatever we have in January before this or December, before it really starts falling off. Technically, January is probably almost as good as June, July, but it's probably a wash. I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably just sell it in November here, sell it again in December, then stock up and sell both June, July, and hold them till November, depending on if we need cash. But for right now, get to putting down this fertilizer. Yeah, we're down to 6,000. So technically, if we don't do anything, we're gonna be out of money. Well before six months is up, because we're spending a little over 1,000 a day. So probably 5 months. Not to mention the chickens are gonna be out of feed. We're gonna have to start buying that. This is a lot tighter than I expected it would be. When I took on this challenge, I thought, oh, it'll be a little rough, but this might be pretty rough for the first year or two till we get these chickens going. Uh, Gonna have to figure out and we're gonna have to make sure we make the right moves too. I mean, because one wrong move and we're going the other way pretty quick. Make sure this is showing fertilized. It is. Okay. Yeah, what I mean is, say, I don't know whether to buy another field first or put in another chicken coop. I kind of want to put in another chicken coop because we have the space. It's the cheaper route to go, probably. Well, it's probably the same. The coops are expensive for those max coops. Uh, I don't know. I don't know which way is the way to go. If we if we put in another field, we would probably, or if we bought another field and planted it, we would probably eliminate the need to buy any extra grain in the off seasons. But depending on how long it takes to harvest or plant, we could run into a situation where our lease cost of our equipment's more. Certainly our fertilizer, seed, herbicide bill is going to go up. I probably need to figure out kind of some math on what it costs to feed these, because we'll have to start buying barley. I think barley is the cheapest feed to give them through our feed station, just to see if I can buy barley cheap enough and still produce enough eggs to make a profit. If that's the case, then I still think that's the way to go. We We put down a third coop here, about where that wagon is now, and get 3 of them running, and maybe that'll make us more income quickly, and we can start getting more fields. Uh, we definitely need another field where we can put more coops or something. I guess we could put a few coops on our other field. I don't know. I'd have to check that out, because we're running out of room here. I think I can get one more in over here. The other problem with going with a field over a chicken coop is we would be producing way more grain at harvest time, and right now we don't have a silo. We barely fit all that in the way it was. So if we have that much more grain, then we're not only purchasing a field, but we're gonna have to purchase a silo, which eventually we're gonna need. But that's another expense, which just makes me lean more towards getting another chicken coop going that could consume all that grain, so we can hold off on the silo for a while. But we'll see. That's a ways down the road. But for now, I'm gonna finish fertilizing this field. I'll probably go ahead and jump into October and see if I can put down another layer of fertilizer here. Really nothing else to do. The pallets will maybe move the pallets off so that they aren't blocking any new ones from spawning. And then come back in November. And November we'll run down, see about selling these eggs, see if we can get what we made. Kind of give us either hope or more to spare. So we'll get them sold then, feed the rest of that feed to the chickens in, and kind of go from there. So I'll probably cut here and see you back in November. Okay, we're back and it's November. Got all the pallets ready to go over to get sold. We do have 2 pallets that are missing just one little corner out of them. I'm thinking I can haul 3 of these on the trailer, or on the forklift at a time, on these spikes with the straps. I'm gonna try the 4th. If I can't, I'll just leave it. Since we're probably selling again in December, I'll just leave it here. But I never did check again to see exactly where we're going, who has the best prices. Eggs right now on barley still. Supermarkets 2,500. Looks like the bakery's got the best price, but it's going down. And it's the second closest, so I think we'll do that. Take all 3 of them over there. Not sure where the bakery is. So I finished up fertilizing both those fields in September there, and then I went to October and I was going to fertilize again, but we had weeds. We had medium weeds, so I went ahead and used the last of our herbicide and sprayed weeds. So those should be taken care of. I don't know, I haven't messed that much with crops that have weeds. You know, most of what I've done is grass. So I don't know if you've got to do it multiple times. You know, we screwed up and sprayed that herbicide before we planted. So That obviously was a waste, it looks like. Can I get through here anywhere? So lesson learned there. Um, we're barely going to have enough fertilizer left, I think, to do both. But it's probably what we're going to go with. I don't know if we'll buy more or not. Here's the bakery. So let's see what we get for 3,000 eggs. About 7,800 bucks. So we should get around 23,000 for all these that we have today. That's probably enough to get us through till June, I would hope. We'll see. Like I said earlier, this challenge is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, and I'm not sure how I would have done it differently to start, if I could have made it easier on myself. I mean, maybe you're not even owning this tractor. You're actually leasing it. I don't know what that would figure out to be. You know, we drive it a lot, but beer a little. Get these sold. I don't know what's coming up. I mean, we're gonna basically be just feeding chickens and maybe occasionally moving a pallet off the spawning point for the next all the way to June. There's really not much to do. We will have to fertilize one more time, and like I said, I think we got enough fertilizer to do that, so at least we won't be spending money on that. So I'm trying to think, doing the June is what, 7 months away, so we're gonna be probably figure $8,000 to be safe is what we're gonna spend just on our fees. But we're also gonna have to start buying grain to feed these chickens. I don't know. Kind of depends on what that grain's gonna cost us. I think we'll be fine. The big question is, will we have to sell eggs in June? I'm guessing yes. There's no way around getting, because come June we're gonna have to lease a harvester to be able to get our crop. We're also, before we sell in November, we'll need to lease a seeder again to plant again, fertilize, herbicide. So yeah, we're definitely selling in June again. There's no way around it. Hopefully we can get to the point where we don't have to sell mid-year, and we can get that higher price, sell everything in November, kind of make our purchases for the next year. I've also talked about, a little bit ago, we talked about whether or not to buy a field or another chicken coop. I think I'm definitely leaning towards getting another chicken coop, but I also thought about rather than filling it like I did this one. Yeah, we didn't get all four. We'll hold them. Rather than buying all 360, well, if we can even afford that, I wonder if we're better off maybe buying half and letting them breed and hatch eggs. I know that's a long-term deal, but that would save us a little bit of cash, and we could they wouldn't eat as much. We'd be ready to maybe buy that field. I mean, we're talking about buying a field essentially in year 3 if we're lucky. I don't know. Might be year 4 or 5 the way we're going, because I'm not sure when we're gonna have. What were those chicken coops? 80,000, 70, something like that. It's gonna be a while till we have that, plus the money to buy the chickens. Definitely gonna be a struggle this first few years with these chickens. I don't know if you would have started out with something like sheep or cattle, if it would have been an easier challenge. My thinking was start with the chickens, because if you start with one that maybe was easier like that, you're really just doing the chickens as an afterthought just to complete that part of the quest. But no, oh, I guess there was more eggs in that. I'm like, how did we get 10,000? There was an extra pallet. So 29,000. And I think we had 3 when we started, so we made about $26,000. Not bad. Depending on how much of that we can hold on to. Like I said, probably 8,000 of that is gone by June, so we're right around 21,000. Depending on what we have to buy and feed, we may get by with not needing to sell eggs in June. Especially if I sell again tomorrow, won't be much. It'll probably be another 6,000-7,000 worth of eggs, but we could do that. We probably will do that just to be safe, because the price is better tomorrow than it will be in June. So I say tomorrow, I mean December. I think I'm gonna drive around here, go ahead and feed these. I think they should be low enough. Maybe we can get the rest of that. We can get all this in there. We might have a little bit left over. Barely 630. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a good stopping point for here. I think what we're going to try and do, I don't know if I'll bring you back before June. There's really, like I said, there's not going to be much, just like daily chores. Basically, we're going to pop in here once a day, and if we even need to feed them or move a pallet or two off out of the way so another one can spawn. But I think for the most part, probably don't need to do anything for but every other day. So we'll come back for episode 3. It'll probably be June. We'll be ready to harvest our barley. Kind of make a decision whether we're selling eggs or not, or push into November again. So I'll see you back in episode 3. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye.